A native of Conway, Arkansas, Lawson Pilgrim helped the Wampus Cats to an 88-5 overall record from 1973 to 76. The run included 3 conference championships, 2 state championships, and a 36-0 overall record in 1976. He was the Gazette and Democrats' Sophomore of the Year in 1974 and was named to both super teams in 1975 and 76. He was also named the MVP in the state championship game in 1976, as well as a high school All-American. Upon graduation from Conway, Pilgrim lettered for the Razorbacks in the 1976-77 season before transferring to Hendrix College, where he joined 5 of his high school teammates. As a 3-year letterman, he helped the Warriors earn a 69-18 overall record and 43-11 record in AIC play, including back-to-back AIC championships in 1980 and 81. Pilgrim was All-AIC and All-District 17 NAIA both years. In 1980, he was on the second-team NAIA All-America team, and in 1981 was selected as first-team NAIA All-American, the first and only Hendrix basketball player ever to be named an All-American. After graduation, Pilgrim continued his interest in basketball, playing for Athletes in Action and being recognized as one of the most outstanding amateur basketball players in the U.S. Lawson, dubbed Mr. Smiley, now owns a motivational speaking firm, Pilgrim Peak Performance Systems, where he travels nationally as a motivational coach and speaker with emphasis on the power of a positive attitude. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome 2021 Arkansas Sports Hall of Fame inductee, Lawson Pilgrim.
So Mama calls Coach Sutton, and she says, "Coach, we're going to bring this young man home. He's not focused." Coach Sutton says, "Miss Pilgrim, give us some time. Lawson is going to be okay." Mama says, "Coach, you don't understand. We're bringing that young man home." So I was able to transfer to Hendrix College with Coach Garrison open arms. And when I get to Hendrix, I wasn't able to practice, but I was able to travel with the team. I wasn't able to play in the games, but I was able to practice and travel. And so this particular game, we had the pregame meal. And when I sat down at the table, the waitress, she brought me the steak, our pregame meal. And the steak was a little bit larger than the roll, the bread. Coach Garrison walks over to me and he pats me on the back and he says, "Lawson, that's some pretty good eating, isn't it?" And I turned around and looked up at Coach Garrison and I said, "That was some pretty good eating, Coach." Well, Coach didn't know that I was used to having steaks that were falling off the platter. But I appreciated that steak. To God be the glory. I'm honored to be here this afternoon amongst such distinguished individuals, all of you. And certainly it's truly an honor to represent so many, many people. Basketball was good for me. It was such a wonderful gift, a phenomenal platform. It didn't matter what team we were on, whether it was the Conway Schools, whether it was the Arkansas Razorbacks, whether it was Carter Buick AAU team, or Hendrix College. We proved it. We proved it. We proved, if only just for 2 or 3 hours, we could bring people together. Away from their problems, away from their issues, away from their differences. We proved it. You see, ladies and gentlemen, it was never about me. It was about humanity. Making a lasting positive difference in the lives of others, in the life of someone else. We proved it. Of course, I'm so grateful to have been blessed with such loving parents, with such supportive parents, Boyd W. and Eleanor Pilgrim, who raised 7 children in that little 3-bedroom home filled with love, who taught us the golden rule: always, always treat people the same way you would like to be treated. Rest their souls. I like to thank all my family members who are watching online. The pandemic has affected all of us. I like to thank all of my friends nationally and abroad. I'm so grateful for all of you. I'd like to thank my precious sister, Donna Faye McDaniel, and her husband, Pastor Dean. I'd like to thank Thomas Earl Pilgrim and his wife, Clementine. I'd like to thank Vicky Payne, my cousin. I'd like to thank Ricky Gully, my cousin. I'd like to thank my brother, Louis Motown Ambers. We've been through some things. I'd like to thank our coaches and their wives and their family members. I'd like to thank the assistant coaches and their wives and their family members. I'd like to thank all of our fans and supporters through all those years. I'd like to thank my teammates, those of who are here and those who weren't able to make it. Coach C.D. Taylor, Coach Joe Graham, Mr. Frank Carter and his son George, Coach Eddie Sutton, Coach Arlie Nichols, and Coach Cliff Garrison. I'd like to thank you all. I'd like to thank all of the sponsors who supported this phenomenal event. The Arkansas Sports Hall of Fame. You're the epitome of excellence. And I want to thank you all so much for this extraordinary honor, giving me the opportunity to represent so many, many people. Thank each one of you for this opportunity. It has been an honor. To God be the glory.